One of the things that always fascinates me about travel is how much it costs to live in a particular place. I've been in San Cris for about 2 months now, and I thought I would let you know how much I've been spending per week. I always like to mention that this does not include US expenses, it's not including my insurance, it's not including my RV in the US. This also won't include subscriptions to like Netflix and Spotify, all of which I have, but that are not really specific to San Cris. So this is a San Cris particular budget. So here in San Cris, the only monthly thing I'm paying for is my rent, and that's 95 pesos a month. I probably take my laundry once or twice a week, and each time it averages about 50 pesos. The most I've paid is 73 pesos. It usually means that I'm also adding things like linens and other stuff. So I would say on average about 100 a week for laundry. Now that I've already paid my deposit, the large water garrafons are costing me 22 pesos a bottle, and I tend to use about 2 bottles a week, which is less than Merida. Should I be worried, or am I okay because Merida was much, much hotter? For miscellaneous things like shampoo and toilet paper and that kind of stuff, I spend about 100 pesos a week. Of course, each one lasts more than just a week, but I would say the rotation is about 100 a week. When it comes to eating out, it really depends on if it's just me and Alex or if we're going out with friends. Generally, going out with friends costs more. So on a week that it's really just me and Alex, we probably go out to dinner twice a week, and then we do one coffee and chocolate outing, or we might do one like dessert kind of outing. So total, I would say we spend about 600 pesos a week doing this. And the way I keep it so low is because, especially when we go out to dinner, I tend to choose the places where we're paying less than 100 pesos a person, sometimes less than 50 pesos a person. And so that tends to keep the overhead low. Average, I might pay 250 pesos per dinner for the both of us. This is of course a sit-down restaurant, but I've had it as low as 90, but these are much less common. There are definitely restaurants where we've paid with tip 500 pesos for both of our meals, but on weeks when I do that, I tend not to go out quite as often. So I would still say on average a week is about 600 pesos. Some of the less expensive places Alex and I go, these are like really small places. There's really not tables that will hold 5 or more people. And so when you have a group of people, you almost have to go to just a larger location that can hold everyone, first of all, so that everyone can fit in the place, and a larger location that has more variety of options, because I do have friends here that are vegetarian, that are vegan, picky eaters, and so we want to find a place that everyone's going to be happy at. And a lot of times the really, really inexpensive places have a specialty. They have like this one thing that they do really well, and so they don't necessarily cater to all diets. Okay, groceries can of course vary each week, but I would say on a healthy grocery shopping week, when I'm buying the variety that I really enjoy, when I'm getting the stuff that I really enjoy eating, it's probably about 1,200 pesos a week. Want to break that down? At least twice a week, I'm going out to get some rotisserie chicken. Depending on where I go, this can be as little as 100 pesos, but the ones I tend to prefer are the ones closer to 150, and even then, I tend to add on extra things. My favorite location has pickled onions and have extra sauces, so I often bump it up a little bit to pay 180 pesos at that location. So I would say in a week, getting rotisserie chicken twice, 360 pesos for that. Again, this will usually include some kind of tortillas, some kind of rice, and usually some type of vegetable ensalada type item. Ensalada means a lot of different things, so it's really specific to where you go, but so far I've loved all the options that I've had. I buy at least 18 eggs, which cost me maximum 40 pesos. It really depends on where I shop again for this. If I go to the bodega, it's 36 pesos for 18. If I go to the huge mercado, it's about 32 pesos for 18. But I actually often go to like the smaller tiendas, and then I just buy like 10 eggs at a time. So depending on where I go, that can cost a different amount, but I would say no more than 40 pesos a week. I've been in a tuna fish mode, like a canned tuna fish. Anyway, a small can of tuna fish costs about 12 pesos, and I get one every week. And the reason why I've been getting it every week is because one of my favorite dishes is really easy canned spaghetti, like canned sauce to put on spaghetti. But I find that that's much harder to find here in San Cris. In the nearby tiendas, even in the bodega, I cannot find pasta sauce. So I've pretty much just been eating pasta with like vegetables, olive oil, salt, pepper. If I remember to buy garlic, I might put some garlic, but I've been keeping keeping it pretty simple. And lately I've been enjoying adding some tuna to that. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But at Walmart, I can buy a can of pasta sauce somewhere between 60 to probably 75, 80 pesos. But I've only gone to Walmart once here, and I don't really plan on going back. I can't think of an item that I need that I would want to go to Walmart for. When I was sick, I definitely got delivery from Chedraui. They also have a larger variety, so they had pasta sauce for a similar price. So I know Walmart, Chedraui, and Soriana will definitely have pasta sauce, but just in the small stores near me, I really haven't found them. I haven't gone to literally every store. I haven't gone to all the specialty stores. I imagine I can find it somewhere. Every week I rotate through different pastas, so I probably buy about 20 pesos worth of pasta or rice every week. Again, if I buy a 20 peso bag of rice, it's gonna last more than a week, but I rotate through them, right? I'm not always in a rice mood. The only cheese I tend to buy is Philadelphia cream cheese. And I probably buy 4 boxes most weeks at 52 pesos each. And so that's 104 pesos for the Philly cheese. In the US, Alex used to love every cheese except for American sliced. So he loved cheddar, Swiss, provolone, and those are a little bit harder to get here. Even in Merida, sometimes it was hard to get. So I imagine Walmart and Chedraui probably have them, maybe not the Soriana, but here there's a lot of local cheeses that I'm just not sure how to identify yet, so we'll get brave soon. And then I easily spend about 150 on bread products. So this includes loaves of bread, sub sandwiches, tortillas, and toast. At most, I spend 80 pesos on juice. And I probably spend about 300 pesos for different veggies and about 100 on fruit. So all of that total, 1,200 pesos for groceries. And last but not least are activities. Now, I don't have any set activities. I don't have any set courses that I do every single week. It changes up. So far, I would say on an expensive week, I paid only 600 pesos for activities. And these activities include things like the cooking class or a chocolate making class that we took, which was 250 a person. And then miscellaneous. Going to the park is technically free, but because of how long we tend to stay, I will probably buy something to drink, something to eat while we're there. And so I consider that like a park cost or activity cost. So far that's the activities I've paid for. There's a lot I haven't done yet. For non-repetitive activities, I feel like 600 will hold. All of that combined total to 2,644 pesos a week, which is approximately 132 US dollars a week. If we divide my 9,500 rent to a weekly budget, that would be an additional 2,200 pesos a week, bringing us up to 4,844 pesos for the week, which is $242 for the week. And if we multiply that for monthly, then it's 1,048 a month. $132 a week, $242 a week. Can I make that in a side hustle? I feel like I could. Shall we give it a try? Now that I've been in San Cris a little while, there are other things that I want to start paying for that I want to add to my budget. Things like trips to nearby cities. There are lots of art-related classes that are available for kids. I think there might be weekly game meetups that might be happening that Alex would probably love. I might want to get like a massage. I'm not really huge on manicure, pedicure type stuff, but that's certainly an option. And so all those are available. And I think I would be really remiss in talking about a Mexico budget if I didn't also add the one thing that I do have to budget for, like seriously, legitimately, and that is plane tickets back home, or if I choose to go to another location. But on a tourist visa, of course, every 6 months, I have to find someplace else to go. And so that includes perhaps bus rides, plane tickets, hotels, I don't know. Depends on where I want to go, but just know that that's definitely something I have to budget in. And while that's not a monthly budget, it is a big part of my budget that I have to take into consideration. I mean, I like the sound. I'm just trying to make a video here.